and God bless both of you.
All right, let's go. Well, prior to his first career loss to Jeremy Hill last time out, the only fighter at 130 pounds in BoxRec's top 100 who had a higher KO percentage than Maliek Montgomery was Sugar Nunez. Joshua Pagan tonight looking to become maybe the first male homegrown contender built right here on Big Time Boxing USA. Round one, this one scheduled for 10, and this is just what we thought it would look like.
Just like Montgomery said, he's going to jump on him right off the bat, and that's what he did. He met him halfway, and he's already got him on the ropes, and that's his fight. That's where he wants to keep him there. Pagan needs to keep his cool, fight smart, tie him up, don't give him what he wants.
Remember, Maliek Montgomery, a guy who, when he's healthy, when he's energetic, he can easily eclipse 100 punches in a round. You know, there was a point when he made his debut on FS1 on PBC where in the 6th round in a fight, he had already landed 200 punches. And Mayhem,
incredible,
bringing that kind of style already here in round one. Joshua Pagan is going to have to work for every inch of space he creates here in this fight.
Well, what I see in Pagan so far, you know, when a guy brings that kind of pressure from the beginning, you know, they kind of lose it. They get forced to go in a toe-to-toe match. But Pagan, so far, is keeping his cool. He's tying him up. He's fighting him when he has to. Look at Pagan. He has no facial expression. He's just very relaxed in there. And
Pagan jabbing up and down. Nice 3-punch combination. The first two didn't land, but the left hook did. And a nice right hand down the middle there from Pagan. Saw Pagan last time out, Hall of Fame weekend against James Bernadine. And Pagan has kind of had a series of those good tests here on our airwaves. You think back to that Roger Hilly fight, one of the best ones that we've shown here on our airwaves.
He got cut early on, and, you know, he had to deal with some adversity. You know, usually guys, they get cut early on and they lose it, but he kept his composure and he came away with a good win. Also, his fight with Haskell Rhodes, too, you know, that was an experienced fighter. He found a way to win. And the fight with Bernadine, another tricky fighter.
Good left hook there from Montgomery. And back comes Pagan with a good left hook of his own downstairs. Both men in this fight, Raul, they're volume punchers moving in different directions. It's Pagan trying to keep up with the work rate of Maliek Montgomery, fighting off the back foot, and it's Montgomery trying to run downhill all night.
Yeah, both of those guys, you know, find their styles. That's what nice counter right hand over the top from Pagan.
Montgomery steps to his right, lands a nice left hook that splits the guard of Pagan. Both men doing excellent work here in the early going. And providing the kind of action that this one promised on tape. Final right hand there from Pagan, and that'll do it for the opening frame.
We see some good exchanges. Pagan getting the best of it there with that left hook. And then we see Montgomery working the body and then coming on top and landing a good left hook too I mean, that was a close round. Very hard fight to judge. I mean, if the rounds are going to go like that.
I think both fighters are probably happy, at least in partial, with what they did in that opening round. And that will be ruled a slip. Pagan stumbles backwards, but now back up to a vertical base. And we can really get going here in the second. Two national amateur champions in the United States meeting in the professionals. And two men who really pride themselves on their cardiovascular ability. Pagan training in the Florida heat, Montgomery doing so in the Georgia heat. And his father, who has trained him for the vast majority of his career, likes to put him through what they call the workout sheet, which starts with a 6-mile run, and then they get into the other exercises. Nice left hook there from Montgomery on the inside.
Montgomery doing some good work here at the beginning, keeping that fight at close distance where he wants it. And, you know, he's forcing Pagan to fight his fight. That's what he said. It says, you better find a way because I'm going to force him to fight my fight. And I think so far that's what he's doing. He's keeping him on the ropes. Pagan needs to invest in some body shots too to break him. I'm curious to see how as the fight goes on. Man, throwing some bombs at close quarters. Both of the guys landing some uppercuts and hooks, but good combinations right there for Pagan. But fast.
Fight his way out of that predicament. To fight at the distance that he wants to be at there. Nice sneaky body shot there from Pagan a moment ago.
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm curious to see, like, you know, Montgomery I feel like he's more like a 126, 130 pounder coming up to 135. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to carry that strength, that power that he has right now early on into the second half of the fight.
He's certainly able to carry that tempo.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is just all-out pressure. It's kind of a smaller version. We'll make a little comparison here. You were just ringside for one of his fights. Christian and Billy. You know,
yes.
A guy who's just going to bring pure physicality and volume for the duration of the fight. And they kind of throw similar left hooks like there, step to the outside, the way that Montgomery throws it. But now Montgomery cut around the left eye. Inside the final 20 seconds of round 2, blood around the eye of Montgomery, now spilling onto the chest of Joshua Pagan.
Yeah, they're going to have to do some work there on that cut.
You fight the way that Montgomery does, the cuts are just going to happen. Either by contact, by head clashes, something.
What was it? Do we know?
I suspect that replays might be able to help us out. Corner working on that cut. We're doing a little investigation to see if we can find the moment when that cut was produced and from what. Raul, did you get any word from the official there as to whether they've ruled it a clash of heads?
The officials here told me it was a punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at least presently of the understanding that it has been ruled a cut caused by a punch from Joshua Pagan.
But that's going to make that cut's going to make Montgomery apply even more pressure, you know, because, I mean, they could stop the fight because of the cut.
Yeah, looking at it, it doesn't look like it's threatening the contest right now. But again, cuts can get worse.
As the rounds go,
and in a fight like this one has been, and like we expect it to be, it could.
Yes.
Montgomery told Nate Marrero of Ring Magazine earlier this week of Pagan, he said that he's an intelligent fighter who knows how to break a fight down and kind of stretch it out for 10 rounds. And what Montgomery obviously wants to do is not enable Pagan to pace himself in any way.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't give it, he's trying not to give him any room to breathe, to think. You know, he wants to, you know, keep his heart rate up. You know, he wants to make him lose focus and fight his fight. But so far, I think Pagan is doing a great job of keeping up with Montgomery's pressure, Corey. He's keeping his cool. I don't see him worried. I don't see him desperate. He's landing some counter punches. He moves, giving some movement. He's trying to pick the body, too.
See the blood of Montgomery just splattered all over Joshua Pagan right now. missing with that right hand after another snappy jab. And Pagan has been able to work at long range and also land some good stuff from mid-range as well. This is a good sign for Joshua Pagan in this round.
Yeah, I think he's beginning to control, like you said, the mid and long range. And when he does, he's trying to punish that cut. I think he's aiming for that cut. Watch him try to land there's that right hand. He's stabbing him with the jab and trying to land that right hand. Do more damage to that cut that Montgomery has.
Montgomery working as a southpaw now. Do you think the tempo that we're seeing this round unfold at, and maybe the lack of tempo?
I think it slowed down a little bit for
But do you think it's because of the cut?
No, maybe the cut, but more Pagan's smartness, his movement and him trying to control the fight at mid and long range and giving him angles like that.
Beautiful pot shot right hand there from Pagan. Looks like he has a little bit of a cut maybe developing underneath his left eye.
Now that could be a headbutt too, because you can see the way Montgomery, he literally comes in with his head, Corey, head down, and he is the shorter guy. Oh, nice
uppercut on the inside there for Pagan as Montgomery tries to come over the top of the right hand. Excellent action stuff here in round 3 as Pagan lands another body shot and another right hand. And look at the body of Pagan. It looks like he's been in a 15-round war already.
Yeah. I know he hired a strength and conditioning coach for this fight, and you can see how his body's very ripped. He feels he's in great shape, and he's got to be in great shape to fight somebody like Montgomery.
Ring 4 Night of Champions goes live November 22nd from Riyadh as David Benavidez takes on Anthony Yarde for the WBC light heavyweight crown. Devin Haney battles Brian Norman Jr. for welterweight gold, and Bam Rodriguez is back as he unifies against Fernando Martinez. That's live and only here on DAZN. Back to action here in our main event, and as promised, it has been all action between Joshua Pagan and Maliek Montgomery, but that round 3 looked like, Raul, a blueprint of what I'm sure Pagan would like this fight to look like.
Exactly. I mean, it took him a couple of rounds. I mean, Montgomery, was fresh at the beginning. He was able to fight 2 rounds like that, but it looks like, well, just what I thought Pagan was going to take over and be able to really control the distance between them. You see Montgomery he keeps attacking. He's relentless. He's really shortening up that distance a lot more.
But listen, we speculated as to whether that cut had contributed to slowing Maliek Montgomery down. Looking at this cut right now, it's getting a lot worse. And as of right now, we believe it was caused by a punch.
Yes.
I think that might be motivating Montgomery to come back with this kind of reckless abandon in this round.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, absolutely. That cut is going to make him apply even more pressure because he's in fear that, they might stop the fight because he's cut.
He is just pouring blood all over Joshua Pagan right now. The white waistband of Maliek Montgomery is already turned pink. And we're barely past the first minute of round 4. Good inside work again there from Pagan.
Tell you what, both fighters, they connected some good shots so far, but they really haven't been able to hurt each other. Both guys taking their best shots.
Pagan to this point in his career hasn't, again, been that one-punch kind of guy, but I think we're going to take a look at this cut, and this fight could be in danger of being stopped, Raul.
I believe so. I mean, and I'm telling you, Montgomery knew that. That's why he was up in his punch output.
Looks like the doctor will let it go. It was There's a contemplative look from the official as that cut just continues to pour down the face of Maliek Montgomery. 3-4 uppercuts on the inside there for Pagan. A little shoe shine action to the body, pot shot right hands.
That's what Pagan needs to do, and that's what he's been working on. But it would take some rounds to get there.
A little stumble there from Pagan a moment ago. Obviously a footwork issue, not hurt by one of the shots from Montgomery, but that doesn't stop Montgomery from continuing to throw as he tries to paw the blood out of his eyes. Big right hand there for Pagan on the inside, and he walks Montgomery into a nice left hook as well.
Oh, beautiful uppercut too by Pagan. I mean, I think he just beat him to the punches. His punches are shorter,
that's
crispier.
Scraping right hand there for Pagan, just made that cut. You can see it in real time start to gush even more. You talk about targeting a cut, you couldn't ask for a better shot than that from Pagan.
All right, look at this bloodbath, guys. I mean, a lot of headbutting there too in the inside, but look at those solid uppercuts by Pagan, snapping Montgomery's head back. Montgomery not giving up. He keeps coming forward. He's relentless, trying to make the fight a mess, you know, make it in the inside.
And we're going to take another look at this cut, or the royal we. The doctor is going to take a look at it.
I can see it everything. I can see everything. It's just bleeding a little bit. That's it. It's just bleeding a little. It's good. You're bleeding heavy. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I know it's not getting into your right, but it's bleeding heavy.
Some back and forth discussion here. The doctor isn't immediately saying, okay, continue. Montgomery had to do a little pleading there.
Which is smart of Montgomery, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You got to talk. Those mouths don't get fed, and he had to talk, and then it go.
I mean, and that cut started streaming again the moment he walked away from the doctor. And the Pagan corner had him cleaned up a little bit, but now the blood again splattered all over his body. Raul, you know how like every couple of days, someone who wants to go viral, they'll post, you know, we don't play boxing, and then they have the photo from 1913 of Ray Campbell and Dick Hyland, the guys who were just covered in blood. That's what Joshua Pagan looks like, and we're in round 5.
You're right. You're right. I thought that you were going to say they're going to have a picture of me holding the towel in the back.
Well, they might.
So the blood won't hit us, Corey.
Yeah, well, you need that white towel. You might have to wipe yourself off, and to protect us. It's going to be a hefty dry cleaning bill after this one as Pagan digs another left hook to the body. What guts and heart here from Maliek Montgomery. New weight class, fighting through a hideous gash right now, and still trying to crank out the same output that he's become known for.
I'm telling you, both guys taking the best of each other. I mean, they both landed some hot shots. I think Pagan's landed the better accurate shot, but look at Montgomery coming right back, and they still haven't been able to hurt each other, Corey.
Good uppercut on the inside. Montgomery just missed. Dangerous looking left hook. Just a gruesome cut that Maliek Montgomery is fighting through right now. Close in on the final minute of round 5.
I'm looking at Pagan. He's bathed. He's like, literally has all of Montgomery's blood all over his body.
Well, and as much as the crowd is enjoying it here, there's a little bit of a hush in the crowd? I
Well,
think because of how brutal this looks.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, this is
wondering.
a really fun action fight, and it's almost like concern that we're hearing from the audience here.
I agree. Montgomery showing big heart, big wheel.
Big right hand there from Pagan. You hear the gasp from the audience. Another right hand right down the pipe there from Pagan, and then wraps one around the guard of Montgomery as well. This kind of bouncy rhythm on the outside, this is when Pagan looks his best, Raul.
Yeah, every time he gets in that rhythm and he gives them angles, that's the key for him. In and out. Don't stand in the pocket too long and just do the work and get out of there.
But every time we go back to the corner, there's that discussion about whether this fight will or should continue. Cutman in Maliek Montgomery's corner should receive a bonus here tonight for even getting it to round 6.
We see Pagan landing some solid, hard shots. Good exchange there by both fighters. Here we see Montgomery trying to create openings, but there's those little short uppercuts up the middle by Pagan, and I mean, a little bit back and forth action there. I still think Pagan is landing the more accurate shots, the harder shots, and this is a bloodbath, guys. I mean,
it is, and I'm
really
sure you know, getting in the mind of a judge, you know, as you're watching Maliek Montgomery, and he's dealing with this cut, even the things that he's doing well, Raul, it looks like a physical struggle for him, right? And understandably so.
Yeah,
I mean, look what he's fighting through.
He's fighting through a lot. I mean, it's amazing that he's been able to do this, and it's already round number 6. How much longer is he going to be able to continue to go that way? And also, Corey, all the blood, like I saw Pagan land a good, solid jab right now, and it looked like a big old, like almost like a waterfall.
I mean, there is blood all over our notes here ringside. There are new speckles of blood every time I look up. And Maliek Montgomery is fighting through this as Joshua Pagan continues to do good work like that on the inside.
Wow. Both guys, you got flourishes from Pagan, you got some flourishes from Montgomery. You can see the sweat and the blood every time Pagan lands those flurries. It rattles, it literally rattles Montgomery, and you see like blood and sweat go up in the air. And you know what, Corey, you're right, that the crowd continues to be quiet. It's a silent fight. They're like, when are they gonna stop the fight?
A straight right hand there from Pagan. And I'll tell you, you know, you hear it a lot. And Maliek Montgomery, of course, has had some weight troubles in the past. He's missed weight a couple of times. And when fighters do that, you know, the language that's used from some observers, you know, they start to question the dedication of a fighter to the sport. No one watching this fight right now can ever ask those questions about Maliek Montgomery again.
You're absolutely right. I mean, this is a full-blown warrior. He's digging deep to give the fans a good fight, and he's trying to win.
Right hand right on the button there from Pagan. Look at this battle on the inside, right in the middle of the ring, just an Oklahoma drill. Right on top of the Salida Promotions logo. And the blood splattering all over the place here in San Juan. And a little bit of momentum here from Maliek Montgomery. Where is this coming from?
That's the kind of comeback that he needs.
From out of nowhere, Maliek Montgomery starting to pour it on Joshua Pagan.
Is Pagan hurt?
Where is Maliek Montgomery finding this?
Maliek Montgomery attacking to the body. Good shots there. I think he had Pagan hurt there. I mean, he staggered him for sure. He caught his attention. That was a good comeback round by Maliek Montgomery, showing a lot of heart, a lot of guts, a lot of will, man. What an incredible fight. I mean, for him to be able to still be fighting that, he's not really losing his head. It's making him fight even harder. He's making him speed up his rhythm, throw more punches.
Here, Maliek's father, Michael Montgomery, screaming at his son, trying to further motivate him, but maybe seeing Pagan potentially hurt at the end of that round. I mean, that's probably all the motivation he needs.
Yeah, he was rattled for sure.
Yeah, looking at that replay, I think so.
That's got to motivate Montgomery. Let's see if he keeps that momentum going. He needs to.
I mean, if Montgomery can pull off a victory, a knockout victory, let's say, fighting in this kind of condition, I mean, that is a movie scene type comeback.
That's a Rocky movie right there, all over again, right?
Left hook on the inside there from Montgomery.
Oh, good body shots. Pagan really digging, planting his feet and digging to the body with that. I think it's affecting Montgomery.
It's one way to potentially stop the momentum of Montgomery.
With body shots, because he's taking the head shots. And that's what Pagan is doing. He's going crazy with his body attack in this round.
Good work here from Pagan, kind of taking a page out of Jeremy Hill's book from that win over Maliek Montgomery. Hill threw over 1,000 punches in a fight while moving backwards and doing a lot of work that looked like this. But Montgomery, unlike in that fight, from round 6 or so onwards, he is still bringing it here in round 7 despite the circumstances.
Back and forth action. I mean, you see Pagan throw 3-4 punch combinations, then all of a sudden Montgomery comes back. But I think Pagan came back in this round. He still landed the more harder shots, the body attack. I think the body attack has maybe taken some kind of toll in Montgomery in this round, Corey.
Well, this feels like a necessary bounce back for Pagan too, because if he was a little bit hurt at the end of that round, and he doesn't have this kind of round in round 7, you can see the momentum starting to snowball the other direction.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But yeah, he definitely made a good comeback in this round. The fight's still going on with the cut.
The doctor obviously being very helpful to Maliek Montgomery.
I mean,
again, justifiably so. He's still in the fight.
Yeah.
He had Pagan hurt last round.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and there's 3 rounds left. I mean, I would assume
nice
they would let it go.
Hand there for Pagan, though. Another one,
nice.
2 in a row, but back comes Montgomery.
That's what Pagan is at his best, you know, on his toes, flowing in and out, back and forth.
You have to wonder if Montgomery, fighting primarily as a southpaw, that has to do with the vision, doesn't want that lead eye to be his right eye.
Perhaps.
Excuse me, his left eye,
right. Yeah, I get you.
That is a blood-soaked towel to the ultimate degree. Back to action here in our main event. It looks like the doctor is going to get another look at this cut. pleading his case.
He's talking, he's negotiating.
That's a concerned look on the face of the doctor.
You're bleeding heavy, my friend.
Long back and forth, but it looks like they will let it continue.
Oh, he negotiated. I'm telling you, I got to give it to Montgomery, too. I'm telling you, if he wasn't talking and telling him, I'm okay, I'm going to be all right, they wouldn't have let him go. He could easily put his head down. If you put his head down, they stop the fight.
Yeah, I mean, and you're watching that conversation.
Yeah.
The doctor's trying to kind of paw at that cut and stop it, and it's
stop the
actively
bleeding,
gushing down his
yes.
chest as he's pleading and saying, no, I'm okay.
Right.
Just otherworldly toughness from Maliek Montgomery here tonight. And a willingness to fight through something that most people cannot imagine. Look at that cut just squirting across the back of Joshua Pagan here.
I mean, they were never able to stop the bleeding in the corner. I mean, it just keeps pouring down.
I mean, this looks like bare knuckle boxing. This is about as bad a cut as a fighter would be permitted to fight with in gloved boxing.
It does look very familiar to that sport, bare knuckle, you're right.
Gone pivoting out, getting back to center ring here. Tempo slowing just a little bit. Beautiful check hook there from Pagan. Montgomery not quite closing the distance with the same frequency as he has been throughout the fight. And again, you can understand why. Left hook on the inside there from Pagan. And Montgomery just running into the shoulder of Pagan there, losing his footing momentarily. I mean, the blood has even stained the boots of Maliek Montgomery. The boots of Pagan, they're already red, so you can't see it. But the white portion of the boots of Maliek Montgomery also turning red.
Pagan is fighting very smart here. He's boxing, he's moving, he's thinking, moving in and out. That's good angles, changing levels. Catching him coming in. You know what surprises me too, Corey? The cut has not really given Montgomery any problem. It's not like it's going in his eye. It's on the side, so it's not stopping his vision.
I mean, it looks like it's kind of anywhere.
Well, right there. I mean,
anywhere
I don't know,
and everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at the heart of Montgomery. Blood splattering across our camera lens as they head back to the corners.
We will see more bloody highlights from that last round. Both fighters just, bathed in blood. Montgomery trying to make something happen. They're trying to create some room, but I think you see the good defense there by Pagan. Landed some furs at the end. I think Pagan, that was a Pagan round. He fought very smart. He boxed very smart.
Look at the face of Joshua Pagan. I mean, a little bit of swelling, barely underneath his right eye, but once he takes a shower, at this point, he's going to look pretty fresh. Contrast that with his opponent here, Maliek Montgomery, who is probably going to be in store for several dozen stitches. What do you think, Raul?
I agree. Trust me, and I've been there before many times in my career, and it's not an easy thing. It's not a nice thing to be waiting in the emergency room for many hours and waiting up to be stitched up after a gruesome war like this. Pagan trying to pick him apart.
Pagan probably very cognizant of the reality that, in all likelihood, Montgomery probably needs a knockout at this point.
Yeah.
And a wounded fighter is an even more desperate fighter. And Montgomery is also a fighter that we know can score plenty of knockouts. Pagan playing a little bit safer here in this round, not entertaining as much of that rough stuff on the inside.
He's going in and out, in and out. That's his fight right there, in and out. Give him angles and a lot of movement, not standing in front of him. He's boxing smart. Oh, beautiful. Nice jab by Pagan.
Tremendous timing with that jab from Pagan.
Yeah.
Pagan wanting to prove that he's about ready to graduate to contender. Earlier this year, he was starting to say the names of the likes of Floyd Schofield, some of the other names at lightweight. This would represent the best win of his career against a guy who's already had a world rating in the past in Maliek Montgomery. As Pagan looks for another one of those uppercuts. Very successful with them throughout the fight. Little sneaky shots like that. Pagan thinking about that uppercut again, and Raul, as you know, an uppercut sometimes can be a risky shot, but the way that Pagan does it, he throws it safely. He kind of has his shoulder against his opponent. He can throw it in a way that he's not putting himself in danger.
Yeah, he's in the right distance. He's measuring the distance.
And that is it. This one will finally be waved off. The referee has seen enough. Enough brutality for the official. And Joshua Pagan celebrates here in Puerto Rico. A gruesome, bloody battle in San Juan, but Joshua Pagan victorious in his second headline act here in his familial homeland. And Pagan now getting a sponge bath in the center of the ring. A remarkably courageous effort from Maliek Montgomery, and viewer discretion is advised as you look closer at that cut.
Still gushing blood, Corey.
I mean, there's not enough Kleenex in the world to make that stop.
No, I don't think
sorry
so.
to say.
You would think he would get a towel instead of a... Right, I mean...
And a show of respect from Pagan to Montgomery. It looks like some hostilities, maybe between the camps, seemingly not between the fighters. Joshua Pagan getting unwrapped as this fight became unraveled after that cut was produced. And it continues to pour down the face of Maliek Montgomery. You do have to wonder, would this fight have looked any different had the cut not been produced when it did? Montgomery did everything he could despite the circumstances. We're going to take a look back at the moment this one was stopped. And there's that uppercut. And again, you know, you could have justified a stoppage in this fight because of the cut, not because of the effort of Maliek Montgomery, but if you're looking out for the welfare of the fighter, about potential vision issues in the future, get one more look at that uppercut. And again, it wasn't about the uppercut, but just that accumulation of punishment and the worsening of that cut, or the fact that it could not be stopped. You look at it, that is as bad as it gets. Maliek Montgomery just not able to overcome the hideous gash produced by Joshua Pagan, and we are ready to make this one official as we send it up to our MC, Ralph Velez Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, official time, 2 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 9. Tiempo oficial, 2 minutos, 44 segundos de asalto número 9. Referee Ramon Peña calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by way of TKO, and now the new WBO NABO lightweight champion, Joshua Double J Pagan.
So Double J, Joshua Pagan picks up the TKO victory over the double tough Maliek Montgomery. A bloodbath here in San Juan. A career best win for Double J Pagan, who's standing by with El Diamante.